Hey guys, how's it going? 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 here. I'm so glad you joined us on this episode of dealing with anxiety, achieving 100% healing from anxiety. And I just want to congratulate you before I even go further into the content of this short video. I want to actually congratulate and honor you for actually taking this bold step. And I want to honor you because it probably wasn't easy for you to come this far, to click on this video, to actually sign up for this membership site. You may be on your 7-day free trial, and if you exit this membership site by then, that's okay. As long as you're getting the value that it intends to give, I'm happy, and I'm proud of this membership site that it can serve you to its fullest capacity. But on that note, a lot of people do not receive the full capacity of help or some kind of resource because they're not open-minded. And I want to congratulate you and honor you for being open-minded. You are the 1%. You are the people that have actually gone ahead of the rest and said, I'm going to walk up that hill towards recovery. And today, talking about anxiety, I want to really give you a quick snapshot. Okay, I'm going to give you some time to really pause the video and actually take yourself through this video. But I really want to give you a snapshot of what it means to really heal from anxiety. It always starts with being aware, right? Transformation always starts from being aware. And I want to really help you to be aware of the exact anxiety or stress type stressor that is in your life right now. Okay, I don't know what anxiety you're going through, right? Whether it is being abandoned, whether it's being rejected, or whether it is whether it's anxiety about future, your finances, your job. Maybe your friends are getting kicked out of your job, or they're getting retrenched and you think you're next, right? All these things, we need to categorize them and make the patient, or you, the viewer, to understand exactly what type of stressor, because your awareness of a specific stressor would dictate the rest of the steps, or how the rest of the steps are being carried out. So let's begin, okay? Now, let me preface this again. This is a vulnerable moment, and often in my clinic, doors are shut, no one else is in there. People are really about to get healed, or about to be transformed in a very fresh and new and deep way. So I want to encourage you, friend, pal, buddy, really get into a personal space that is quiet. If you want to do it with someone else that you trust, perhaps it's your parent, your sibling, or your spouse, whoever that you know is trustworthy and you can trust your secrets with, I want you to actually do it with that person. Or if it is to be by yourself, that is the most comforting and the most, I guess, what you're comfortable at the moment, then do that. Okay, so be in a personal space that you're comfortable with, possibly be with a trustworthy partner or spouse or accountability partner, whatever it is, do that right now. Okay, pause the video if you need to at this moment. Okay, now assuming that you have found a place and you're ready to begin, I want you to take a moment, close your eyes, and I want you to imagine your heart. Okay, the reason why I talk about the heart, okay, eyes closed right now. The reason why I want you to imagine your heart is because as a man thinketh in his or her heart, okay, so you will be. So your chronic anxiety right now, or your acute bout of anxiety right now, okay, is what the latter half of that proverb said, right? As you will be anxious. But as a man, gender neutral, thinketh in his heart, so you will be. How you thought will be how you react with anxiety. So I want to help you to think about the specific thought or thoughts that could be causing you to be anxious. Now, there are two broad categories. The first one is thoughts from daily life. That means future, finances, your job, your work, whatever it is, family, okay? Family being like family daily matters, not relationships. That's the second category that I'll get into in a bit. But daily stressors, now these are considered low potency stressors, and they are not the ones that are going to cause you a lot of harm or a lot of anxiety right away, but it can accumulate over time. Okay, now the second stressor is relational stressor. That means relationship breakdowns of any kind, with your spouse, with your husband, with your wife, with your good friend, with your teacher, whoever it is that made you feel a relational type of stress, whether it's rejection, whether it's fear of man. Then again, not man as in gender man, but man as in just human beings. Like you're fearful of that person, you want to seek his or her approval, or perhaps even an abandonment issue, or some kind of perfectionist issue, you got to perform for that person. Any kind of relational type stress that is a high potency stress, okay? And I want you right now to go back to that container, okay? That relational stress is a red liquid. The daily stressor is a yellow liquid. And finally, a good anti-stress, so a positive type of anti-stress, or something that you are really proud of, perhaps that really makes you happy and joyful, is the purple stressor. It could be a person that makes you happy, makes you joyful, or it could be some event that makes you happy. Okay, whatever it is, I want you now to think of your container as having 3 different liquids, and I want you to actually write down the proportions of those liquids. So you may have a 70% red liquid because you endured a lot of trauma from before, so that's the relational stress. And you may have a little bit of fear of the future because your job is very uncertain right now, but that's only taking up 10%. So 70% red, 10% yellow, and then the last 30% will be purple liquid because that's considered perhaps more joyful for you, right? So whatever it is, guys, you gotta understand that everyone has a container that has 3 different types of liquids, and I want you to identify the exact proportions right now. Okay, now here's the goal. We want, at the end of this next 1-2 minutes, I want you to actually envision the red and the yellow melt away, like literally leave the container. Envision those red and yellow liquid leaving the container. Now, I'm gonna give you about a minute or 2 to actually think about this right now, okay? But I want you in the next 1-2 minutes to actually see if that purple fluid that gives you joy, okay, that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel anti-anxiety or anti-stress, anti-fearful, I want you to envision to see if you're able to use that joy, okay, that purple liquid, whatever that is, the event or that person, to actually drive out, to push out, to displace the red and yellow liquid, okay? Because if you cannot do that, I want you to find another purple liquid, okay? You gotta find the right thing to displace the wrong thing, okay? Catch that concept. You gotta find the right thing to replace or displace the wrong thing. If not, it just becomes addiction. It just becomes things that are swept under the rug, okay? So find that thing right now, okay? Now, take 2-3 minutes, find that one thing right now. And once you find that one thing, whether it's an event or it's a person or it's a thing, to displace a red and yellow liquid, I want you now to envision it leaving the container. Okay, you will go through this phase of going after 2 minutes of seeing it leave, seeing the red and yellow leave. I still have a little bit there. I find it a bit slow. The displacement process is kind of slow. I want you to actually persist through. Take the next 2 to 3 minutes to actually see that yellow and red liquid leave fast as possible. And once you get to a good rhythm, I want you to watch this next part of the video, okay? And that is to now think of that purple fluid, okay? Not just displacing the red and yellow, but I wanted to actually get you to fill the whole container with that purple liquid, okay? Which you probably are at right now. And I want you to see it overflow, okay? I want you to see it overflow right now. And guess what you're doing? My friend, pal, buddy, future patient, whatever it is, you're actually at the moment meditating on the thought that will reverse your anxiety. Okay, and can I just end off this video with this? I know it may seem a little awkward, it may seem a little bit unprofessional, but I want to encourage you that this is a really low cost and free, frankly, if you're on the trial, way to actually think about a hidden root solution, okay, to solve a hidden root problem that you have never thought about before. And I hope this person or this event, this thing that gave you that joy, that purple fluid, that identity of that purple fluid becomes something at the forefront of your mind right now, that you from today onwards will choose intentionally, okay, with your time, with your attention, right, to actually focus on nurturing that thing. So for example, in my clinic, if some patients go, wow, that purple fluid was actually a counselor that was in my life for a long time, but I just hadn't consulted him for a while. Or that friend of mine that I've ignored for quite a while, he or she's been reaching out to me to help me in this area, but I just have been pushing it away. Whatever that is, I want you to pursue with intentionality, with your time, with your attention, because that is the very one thing that will help you with your anxiety today. I hope this blesses you. Read the description box down below if you're ready to heal more deeply, for me to go through this with you. Okay, I'm more than happy to serve you in the clinic and take you through the process to overcome this chronic disease called anxiety. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.